Welcome to Join Up Dots, amazing conversation. Join Up Dots, get a dose of motivation. Join Up Dots, don't forget the inspiration. Welcome to the place that's got the light. Join Up Dots, join Up Dots, join Up Dots, join Up Dots. Join up dots.
Yeah, welcome to Join Up Dots. We are going to go through something that I try to bring into my life every single day, and hopefully somebody out there might see a new way of operating and change how they're living, because we are always busy, aren't we? We are overworked by endless tasks. We have responsibilities at home. Wherever we go, we seem to be almost bombarded with other people's problems. It doesn't matter if it's family, it doesn't matter if it's friends. We can often find ourselves just giving advice constantly rather than listening. And it makes you tired, it makes you stressed, it makes you constantly feel like you're doing everything yourself. And at the end of the day, we just fall into bed exhausted. Well, there's a new way of doing things, and in fact it's not a new way of doing things. It's been around for thousands and thousands of years, and it sounds a bit weird, but it's called do nothing but leave nothing undone. Now, that might sound a bit wacky, really, because how can you do nothing and still get everything done? It's sort of counterintuitive. But believe me, if you give this new approach a try, I guarantee, I'm absolutely guaranteeing it will bring some peace into your hectic life. So let's look at work, first of all. So how many times are you at work and you get in there and you're very hands-on, and you might be a micromanager and you're overseeing every detail. You're looking at all the staff, and the staff keep on coming to you constantly saying they've got these issues. Now, some of the big leaders in the past won't deal with issues. They say to their staff, bring me solutions, bring me 2 or 3 solutions, and we will pick the best one. And what that means is it takes away that need to actually be thinking of the answers for people. It makes them start thinking for themselves. You're doing less. In fact, you're doing nothing but actually getting the answer done. Do nothing but leave nothing undone. And when we're at work, if we start delegating tasks to team members and actually trusting them to handle these by not going over and looking at it again, it will make the staff more engaged and motivated, and it will make our lives easier. And we can bring this concept of do nothing but leave nothing undone into everything we do. How many times in meetings, I used to sit in business meetings all the time, and if there was a gap in the conversation, I used to jump in. That's not the way to do it. What we need to do is be in these meetings, or in fact ask whether we have to be into these meetings. If they say, oh, it's just a nice to know, then say, no, I won't actually do it. But if you're in there, just listen more and speak less, because then you can really gain insights and understand what your colleagues are going through, and then work out better ways that you can support the colleagues. It's all about just being quieter, living more simply. And it just works time and time again by stepping back for a second and just reflecting on what's in front of you without jumping in. Now, let's go to home. If you're at home, instead of jumping in to solve every problem, especially when we've got children, because children have always got problems, once again, just allow them to come up with their own solutions. If they're struggling in a school project, then just resist the urge to take over and let them figure it out. When they come to you and say, oh, mum, dad, I'm having all this problem, just say to them, it's okay, you'll sort it. And most of the time they will. They just want to shed this responsibility over to somebody else. And I guarantee whenever I've done this, it just gets sorted. I remember kids coming up to me when we had play dates and saying, David, Ashley said this and that. And I used to say to them, I don't care. Sort it out yourself, because I knew they would. And they wanted me to jump in and say, Ashley, you shouldn't have done this. But actually, you step back and 2 seconds later, they were playing again. It just transformed. And when you allow people to actually sort their own problems out, they're going to get this feeling of growth. They're getting this feeling of achievement, and it's going to be more relaxed because they know that actually they've got the answers. They're in control. So we don't need to stress out about every chore and task. We just need to allow things to flow naturally. We do what we could, and we let go of the need for perfection. And the house and all its issues will still be flowing along, but it'll just be a lot calmer. It's a brilliant way of actually doing this and bringing this into sort of your daily life, because it makes our daily routines simpler and more manageable. Because rather than forcing things to happen according to a strict plan, we just allow things and allow the day to unfold naturally. We just base our task on what's truly important at that moment and let go of the rest, breaking down the big tasks into smaller dots, manageable steps, which makes everything less overwhelming. And we can just bring this in. If you write down the phrase, do nothing but leave nothing undone, and memorize it, and just observe how, in nature, everything operates perfectly. Nobody is forcing flowers to come up and trees to come up. It's just what they do. It's all effortless. But because we think that we're in control all the time and we're in control of every situation, we feel like we have to jump in and help out. But we don't. All we have to do is stop trying to meet other people's expectations or what we think other people's expectations are, and just focus on them trusting in their own abilities. Don't try to be perfect. Don't try to do everything yourself, and just stay calm. If you feel that you want to jump in and control or interfere, just take a step back. Just allow others to find their own way. Just let them stress it out, because it will empower them, and those stresses become less and less and less. It's a real powerful thing to actually allow life to happen around you without you trying to deal with it. And we can think of every situation. We can think of shortages in money. We can think of illnesses with families and stuff. And all of the things that cause us issues and cause us stress and sleepless nights ultimately will sort of take care of themselves. We can help them on their way, but by trying to force them into a better situation, it's not going to do anything other than make us seem worse. So just embrace simplicity. Just live simply and follow this advice that we're giving you today, and I guarantee you'll find more peace and happiness in everyday life. You'll be doing less, but you'll be achieving more, and you're allowing everything else to just fall into place naturally. It'll transform your work, your home, your social life. With friends, we jump back onto friends, okay? With friends, just be a better listener, because when friends share their problems, most of the time they're not actually asking for you to solve them. They're just trying to get them off their chest. So just focus on listening without immediately trying to give advice. And if you give advice and it doesn't go right for the friends, you might lose them. They just want to express themselves. They want to feel listened to. They value your presence and support rather than you trying to make a difference and finding the solution. So just live simply. Just know that sometimes it's best to just get out of the way of things and allow things to naturally fall into place or not fall into place at all, and just trust the process. Let life unfold and see what happens. And once you start trusting in this, you never look back. You realise that all the things that you were stressing at actually doesn't really matter. And if things do go wrong, then you just deal with it if you need to deal with it. Otherwise, you just go, okay, that hasn't happened. Let's move on to something else. So it's a weird phrase, do nothing but leave nothing undone. But when you bring this into your life on a daily basis, magic occurs. And this can be brought into business. This can be brought into your personal life, your health, whatever. Don't stress. Don't try to force things into position. Just allow things to just occur around you, and I promise you just see things in a different way. Until next time, we will see you with more business interviews or income stream production, or a little bit of life coaching as well, to make us all happier, more fulfilled and less stressed individuals. Until next time, we'll see you again. Cheers, see ya, bye bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. We'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, join up dots, join up dots, join up dots.